Greetings. I'm Peggy and I'm going to be leading your practice this morning. Welcome everybody. Happy to be here with you. So I'd like to start this morning with everybody standing. If you can, if you're not able to stand this morning and you'd prefer to sit or lie down, you're welcome to do that as well. So find a comfortable way to be, either standing, lying, or sitting, and we'll begin. So with your feet hip distance apart, let's check your posture and align your ankles, your knees, your hips, elbows, and your shoulders, and your neck and head. As much as you can, come into alignment. If you find yourself collapsing anywhere, particularly in the chest, sometimes we round our shoulders. See if you can widen your chest by just bringing your shoulders back a bit. And feeling yourself in this position, allow your attention to go to your feet and really feel the support underneath you. If you're lying down, just notice the support underneath your body, and the same for sitting position. You can close your eyes if it helps you have a better sense of that. If you feel more balanced with your eyes open or partially open, that's good too. Whatever brings you into the sense of your feet connecting to the ground, to the earth. And then imagine that your feet are growing roots right down to the ground. Through the floor, whatever is supporting you, roots are extending to the earth. Bringing up the nutrition in the soil, the energy in the soil. Bringing that all up to your body through those roots in your feet. And then let your weight gently shift from side to side, experiencing that grounded feeling in your feet, solid grounded feeling. And begin to let your attention move up your body, moving from the front of your legs to the knee. Tension in the thighs, the pelvis. And as you notice your belly, allow yourself to take a nice full breath, letting your belly expand on the inhalation and contract on the exhalation. Notice if there's any sensation in your belly this morning. Perhaps you're feeling something there. Perhaps it's comfort. Perhaps it's discomfort. Perhaps you're not feeling anything there. And that's normal and fine too. But if you do have a sense of a feeling in your belly, see if you can describe that feeling to yourself. What is the color? What is the sensation? Is it soft? Is it hard? Just notice what's there for you in this moment without changing anything. Our task is just to be aware of what is, allowing it to be. And then let's move up to the chest. And as you breathe in and breathe out, again, noticing what's there this morning. Are there any feelings? Can you name those feelings? Without judging what you feel, just feeling. There's room for all of it. And then moving up to the shoulders. Again, noticing, are your shoulders back? Are they forward? Are they hiked up towards your ears? Are you protecting yourself in some way by using your shoulders? If it's possible to relax them a bit, bring them closer to the earth, farther from your ears. See if you can do that. And then bring your awareness up into your face, to the muscles around your eyes and your mouth. I notice when I have thoughts that capture me, my eyes get tight and tense. Sometimes my jaw tightens. Perhaps that happens for you too. Just notice that and what that feels like. And then moving to the top of your head, feeling the crown of your head, the crown chakra. Imagine there's a string that's attached to the top of your head and extends upward and holds you up, almost like a puppet. You're extended on this string. It's keeping your posture straight, your spine erect, and your attention forward. And then begin to move down your back body, noticing the back of your head, noticing your neck. Is your neck extended? You can drop your chin a bit, extend your neck further. And notice your upper back. Is there tension there? Are you feeling soft and relaxed? Most of us hold tension in our shoulders, our upper back, our lower back. Bringing your attention down to your lumbar spine. That's the little curve just before the sacrum, your lumbar spine. And notice if there's any feeling there this morning. To your sacrum, your hips. And then moving down the back of your legs, the hamstrings, your knees. And just notice if your knees are locked or are they soft. If they feel locked, see if you can just allow them a little bit of softness. And from there, move back down to your feet. Again, grounding, centering. Feeling your strength in your posture, your dignity in your pose. And gently bring your hands right beneath your navel. This is the center of gravity in your body. When we center, we think of this spot. I like to call this spot home. It's a place you can always go to. Just close your eyes for a moment if you'd like. And go inside and feel that space, that center. What is that like for you? Do you feel safe here? This is a place you can return to anytime. Anytime you need grounding and centering. Remember your center here, Remember your feet on the earth. All right. Now we're going to let that go and just move from side to side. Again, loosen your shoulders if you need to, your arms, your neck. Just kind of let that practice go. Circle your head. And back to center. And we're going to do a little stretch, lifting our arms up over our head with a nice deep breath, reaching up to the sky. Hands together, palms together. Back to namaste. Allow your hands to drop. Taking a deep breath again, bringing your hands up above your head, palms facing. And we're going to take the elbow with one hand and we're going to stretch all the way to our side. So you should be feeling this from your hip, from the side of your thigh, all the way out your ribs and your arm. Inhale, come back up. Exhale and change to the other side. And inhale again and stretch. Opening those rib cages. Nice breath. Allowing the breath to fill your rib cage. And back up. Palms together. Back to namaste. And this time we're going to open our arms out. This again is a chest opening movement. So we take a nice in-breath, and as we exhale, just bring your arms to the side of your body. Your upper arm is parallel to the floor, and you're bringing your shoulder blades together in the back. So you should be feeling this in your front body, your back body as well. This is a heart opening, shoulder opening. Again, together, inhale and exhale. As your hands float out to your side, your shoulders come together, your chest opens, your heart opens. And one more time, hands together. Exhaling to the side, opening, and back to center. And release. So now I'd like you all to find a comfortable way to sit for the next part of the practice. Again, if you prefer to lie down, that's fine. If you have a chair, that's fine. If you're on the floor, that works too. Whatever supports you in the best way. So let's take a minute to get settled in our position. So wherever you are, either seated or lying down, on the floor, on a chair, just get comfortable. Get your body erect, yet relaxed. So you're present, but you're not tensing anywhere. Feel your feet on the floor. If you're lying down, again, your body's supported by wherever you're lying. And just find a comfortable way to be in your body in this moment. So taking a nice breath in and out. We're going to do a meditation for a few moments. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, please do. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can do a soft focus with your eyes partially open, or you can leave your eyes completely open, whatever works for you. So know that whatever cues or instructions I offer you, please adjust them to what works for you. There's no right way to do any of this. This is all an individual practice, and whatever needs you have, honor those first. So I'm going to close my eyes here and begin the practice. Finding an anchor for yourself. It may be in your breath. It may be in the space between your breathing, your breath. It may be in sound, whatever sound you can hear wherever you are, allowing those sounds. Or it may be in sensation. It may be feeling your hands resting gently on your legs, the contact. What does that sensation feels like? That may be your grounding. That may be what keeps you focused in a meditation. We need a point, some anchor that we can work with that keeps bringing us back, because of course our minds are going to wander. And that's normal and natural, and just come back to your anchor and know that we all do this and we all are working with this. So pay attention to what's happening for you in this moment and think, I'm thinking, I'm returning. I find myself thinking and I'm returning. And bring yourself back. So let's start here and have a few minutes of quiet and inner reflection, just noticing what's going on for you this morning, how you're feeling, what thoughts may be arising. If it's possible to let them go and come back to your anchor, do that. If your thoughts are overwhelming and they're more than you can handle in this moment, open your eyes. Come back to the space you're in. And as you're ready, return. Be gentle with yourselves. Don't push, don't grasp, just allow. That's a practice in itself, just allowing. So I'd like each of you to go inside for this moment and imagine somebody in your life who gives you unconditional love, who's there for you, who supports you, who you can count on. And bring that person to mind. It could be a partner, it could be a friend, a teacher, anybody who you've met in your life who you had that feeling with, unconditional love. If a person doesn't come to mind, maybe you've had a pet in your life who brings that to you, that unconditional love. Or maybe you're a gardener and you've had a plant or a garden that brings you that love. Find that in yourself. Something that has fed you in your life, has been there for you, and really loved you unconditionally. So bringing that image into your mind, just be with that entity, whatever it is. Could be a piece of art you created. It could be anything. It's the feeling we're looking for, not the object. The feeling of receiving that unconditional love. And bring that into your heart. That loving kindness, that compassion that's being offered to you. If you can allow yourself to feel that in this moment. And maybe acknowledging that being, that person, whatever it is, with gratitude. Thank you. And now imagine bringing that unconditional love and support to yourself, offering yourself the same loving kindness that your friends have offered you. Can you bring that in your heart? Can you let that in, that self-love, that self-caring? Can you soften your heart in this moment? And with gratitude and acknowledging that gift of self-love, self-compassion. So let's feel that for a moment. And perhaps bring your hands to your heart. Sometimes it's easier to feel that love when you actually place your hands on your chest and hold that for yourself. And again, taking a few nice deep breaths here. Just be with that sense. And as you're ready, if your eyes are closed, gently let the light in and begin to come back to your space, wherever you are. But staying in that loving feeling, that grounded, loving, compassionate feeling for yourself. We're going to move into a little bit different form of self-love, which is self-massage. It's a way we can, again, give love to ourselves, feed ourselves, help ourselves relax, and help ourselves let go of the tension that we hold in our body. So with your hands still at your heart, gently begin to move your hands in a circular motion right over your sternum. Your hands are soft, connected, and you're gently tracing a circle around your heart. And sometimes when your heart is hurting, you can put your hands here just as you would on an injured child or anybody who's hurting. The urge to reach out and relieve suffering with compassion, compassionate touch for yourself. And move your hands right down to your belly. And you can have one hand above the other or again right on top. And just connecting here for a moment without moving, without applying any pressure to your stomach. Just noticing, how does your belly feel? What do you connect with in your belly in this moment? If there's tension, perhaps you can send your breath there. On an inhalation, really relaxing your belly and feeling the contraction on the exhalation. And then gently begin to move your hands again in a circle around your belly. You want to follow a clockwise motion. The path of digestion is clockwise. So that's the way we massage the belly. If you feel a spot that hurts there, just rest for a moment. Bringing your attention to that spot and seeing if you can soften. With discomfort, we need to learn to accept and soften this discomfort rather than to resist it. It's there in all of us. We all have our pain, emotional pain, physical pain. And if we can embrace it and soften it, accept it as part of our humanness, it becomes easier to hold. And then releasing that and opening your palms. Let's take our thumb and begin to massage the palms of our hands, just pressing in into the bones on the palm of your hands. You can give a little bit of a squeeze with your other hand, pressing and pressing and pressing, pressing. And from the base of the hand, just working up the side, the outer side. The center. And then the inside. And then turning your hand and taking each finger and giving it a gentle little twist and then a little circle and a little traction. So we're giving a little space between the bones to the fingers. So again, a little circle, a little traction, opening space in our fingers. You may notice that it feels good to put a little bit of pressure on the fingernail as you give your finger some traction. And then coming to the top of your hands, moving down between the tendons that move these fingers. If you flex your fingers, you can see those tendons. And just massaging gently the top of your hands. Using your thumb and moving down between the tendons that attach at your wrist and move down to your fingers. Imagine all the work that these hands do for us all day long, and we need to give back. And again, opening and opening. And let's move to the other hand. And the same, pressing into the bones at the base of the fingers, opening the palms, releasing any tension that may be there. Sometimes our automatic responses make our fingers curl and contract and hold in this position or this position. Just notice, can you release any tension in your hands? Does touching your hands help you in any way become more aware of what tension might be there? There's lots of bones in the hands and in the feet, and they can all be spread. They can all create more space there. And again, the fingers, a gentle twist and a rotation and extend. And a gentle twist, rotation, extend. And along the tops of the hands, using the thumbs to come down between the tendons. And then bringing your hands together and just gently telling your hands, thank you for all the work you do. And again, in prayer position, just experiencing the sensation of your palms and your fingers together. Just noticing how that is for you. And we'll let that go. And let's move down to the wrist and begin to massage the forearms. So there's two bones on the forearms, one on either side, and the space in between, you can just drop your fingers right into that space between the bones, and I'm gently making circles on the muscles there. And feel your way in. You might like light pressure, very gentle pressure, very soft, or you might want more firm touch there. You might want to really feel that deeply. But if softness is what you need, then please do that. Just sense for yourself what's needed. What's important is the touch and the quality of your presence in that touch, and not the strength of it. The strength comes from the love in your hand, from the love in your touch. And there's no force. Just whatever's comfortable for you. You can lift the muscle on your arm, giving it a little bit of a squeeze. You can use your fingers to just gently caress your forearm. You can turn the arm over. And just slide your hand back and forth. Your hand that's doing the massaging is relaxed and soft. And take it right down to the fingertips and out the fingertips. And then we'll come back, starting at the fingertips, moving up the arm, and let's move up here to the upper arm, where there's more muscle tissue and more to get a hold of. So you probably want to use your palms here if you're going to get some deep contact. Or again, you can use your fingers if you want a lighter contact. Reaching around to the back and the side of your arm. See if you can just lift those muscles right off the bone with a little squeeze, if that feels good to you. Some of you are going to want pressure, and some are just going to want softness, connection, touch. Right up here by the shoulder. Nice big muscle group. Using your palms, squeezing the muscles. And again, starting from your fingertips, let's gently move up the arm and moving into our shoulder. And there's a big muscle right here, the muscle we use to protect ourselves. We raise our shoulders when we're frightened, when we're nervous, anxious. That muscle gets a lot of use. And let's bring our attention there and see if you can find that muscle using your thumb on the front of it and your fingers on the back of it. It's called the trapezius muscle because it's shaped like a trapeze. It runs down our back and begins at our neck, runs along the shoulders, and then down to our mid-back. But this is the place most of us feel tension and tightness. Just the work we do all day long, whatever it is we do, we're using these muscles. And they love attention. You can use your fingertips to work along the top of the muscle. And right out to the shoulder. Now, if you're feeling a little bit of discomfort or pain there, just know that that's normal and that's just tension in the muscle. And with awareness and practice and some self-massage, you can really help to relieve that tension. And let's move up to the side of the neck. And moving our head slightly, give your neck a little bit of pressure as you rotate your head from the side to the center. And coming down the arm, back to the fingers, let's switch to the other side. And moving from your fingertips up to your forearm, using either a gentle stroke with your fingers or your palms, or using a deeper pressure using your fingertips or your palms. Begin to explore that space between the bones of your lower arm. There's so much to learn about our own bodies, and through touch, it really connects us to what's happening, not only in our muscles, but our feeling, our senses. So this can be pleasurable, or there can be a little discomfort if there's tension there. But if the tension can give way to softness, that's a good thing. And moving up to our upper arms. Again, squeezing, if that's comfortable for you, of lifting the muscle off the bone. Or soft strokes. This can be very soothing and calming, just soft strokes. It's okay. I'm here. It's okay. We can learn to soothe ourselves if there aren't others around to do that for us. The upper arm, and then moving on to the shoulders, onto that big working muscle. I like the feeling of squeezing it. Not everybody does. To me, that feels good. When you squeeze the muscle like that, it brings blood to the area, oxygen, and that helps relax the tissue that's holding. And then coming from there up to the side of the neck, turning the head gently as you rub across those muscles of the neck. And let's end that with a nice long stroke from the shoulder, ending at the fingertips, and then releasing. And now let's come to the head, last part of our massage. In the back of your head, there's a little ridge. It's right at where the hairline meets your neck. It's on the head. There's a little ridge there. And if you can take your fingers, your thumbs, and wrap them gently around that ridge and make little circles, it will feel good, and you'll help to release some of the neck muscles that have their attachment there on that ridge. So working from the side to the center, making little circles with your thumbs right up onto that ridge. And then let's bring our fingertips to our scalp, and using your fingertips, massaging your head. I'm making little circles with my fingertips and pressing. Again, the pressure is up to you. It can be light, it can be firm, whatever feels good. This can help us to relieve headaches. When we have tension in our head, often we can actually find the point where it hurts. And using our fingers, our palms, we can bring kindness, lightness, whatever it's asking for. Working on our head. And then with your fingertips, come to the center of your forehead, and from the center, moving out towards your hairline. Again, the pressure being whatever you feel comfortable with. Can be light, can be alternate. Lightness can be very soothing, and depth can be too, depending on your choice. And then coming down to what's called the temples of your head. Again, you'll feel a little indentation there. And with your fingertips, gently make circles there. One way, and then reverse it, whatever feels right to you. Often a headache will settle itself right in these spots, so it's nice to attend to them when that happens. And then bringing your thumbs right above your eyes to the eye socket, the bone at the top of the eye socket. Press gently on that bone. You can close your eyes if you like. And then run your fingertips right across your closed lids. Then bringing your fingers to the sides of your nose, come down underneath your cheekbone. Just sculpt your cheekbone with your finger, your forefingers. Just exploring your face. What are these bones underneath this skin? And when you come to the side, open your jaw, and you're going to feel a big muscle right between your cheekbones and your jawbone. And this is the muscle we chew with. This is the muscle we clench with when we clench our teeth, when we're anxious, when we're mad. This muscle is used to express feeling as well as chew food. So a little attention there with your fingers, whatever feels right to you. It's good to be aware of this muscle so that at times when you do feel angry or anxious, and you can find that place in your body where that anger is living just by acknowledging it and giving it some attention and perhaps touch, you can release the feeling that goes with that. And finally, let's come to our chin, and from the center out, just trace the bone of our jaw. And one more time. And let's let that go. And come back, coming back to your awareness, noticing how you're feeling. How does your face feel? How do the places in your body you've touched feel? Are there any changes? Perhaps there are, perhaps there aren't. Just notice. And that brings us to the end of our practice today. Thank you for being with me. Namaste.